Welcome to whatever this is. I am Jason and joined here with
Rashid.
the end of the year always signals a time where people have like a scorecard to tick boxes of what I achieved, what I didn't achieve, or what was I able to do. And for many people, it comes a lot of regrets because we get so sucked up into what we have not achieved and forget that a lot of things have happened. So this year, I mean, for myself, life has shown me shaggy. Look, I even have grapes that I want to eat under the table to see if what I'm seeing on TikTok is going to really work for me.
Wait,
But
what are you seeing on TikTok? What do they say about the grapes?
so apparently you're supposed to eat 12 grapes under the table before the new year, and it's going to give you luck. And I think people got married and had babies and had jobs and stuff
Because
like
I
that.
did see on Twitter that someone who ate grapes like last year, New Year's Eve, had a very bad year this year. So probably you're seeing bad press for something that is not going to work the way you intend it to work.
My dear, let's try.
Maybe it won't work that way.
Let's give it a try and see. I am cautiously optimistic. Well, I can start with 6 grapes.
Well, just to see how
Just
it
to
goes
see
for
how
the
it
first 6
goes.
months.
For the first 6 months, let's see how it goes, and after that, I would probably like eat the rest. But I mean, like all jokes aside, really, the end of the year is always one of those like sinking feelings where people go like New Year's resolutions, and I want to look good, I want to do this, I want to do that, and my New Year's resolutions for 2024, like it was a very, very short list. I just wanted to try and work on myself a bit more, try and get into a job that I liked a bit more. But I didn't really have anything concrete because it was like the same resolutions and then we sort of hold ourselves to it. But I'm like, well, let's see. So, newsflash, the resolutions that I had didn't work out. I mean, they did not. I am still they didn't actually work out. But I feel like for me, and I don't know how many people, but sometimes it's in making it very general and not very specific. When you sit down at the end of the year, you sort of look back and realize that, okay, I mean, this wasn't part of my New Year resolution, but it's been great. Funny enough, this year I never planned to go to Ghana. I never planned to like go to Ghana, but I went to Ghana. I'm like, surprisingly, I'm like, I went to Ghana. I was able to go sit down there, even though it was an emergency. I still went there and was able to like go there. It wasn't part of my bingo card. I traveled a lot this year. I have roamed in many airports more times than I had even written down on paper that I wanted to travel this year. I tried new food.
I mean, was travel part of your resolutions?
It was not, sadly. It wasn't. It was like, okay, I mean, like try to explore Germany a bit more, but I found myself like going to, like, I was in Amsterdam, I was in Utrecht, I went to Milan, I went to Paris. I was just like roaming around. I was doing greetings from abroad, tourism minister. But it wasn't really part of the plan actually. It's just like I feel like not holding myself to the standard where sometimes people write that, oh, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, I want to get this. Um, Sort of was a bit freeing. For my mental health, like this, I think like therapy was one of the things that I wanted to continue. So this year has been like more doing the work, going to therapy. It's been a journey. It's been a weird journey, but I mean that has also been very, very helpful for me. But like other resolutions, like, oh, when are you getting married? It's like, my dear, please, I am still an
Wait,
adult. I
I
am
don't think marriage was ever part of your resolutions.
well, I don't
Or
know.
maybe
Maybe
other people's
other
resolutions
people's
for you.
resolution, and they're like, "Oh, you're getting old, and then you should get married." And I'm like, "My dear, I am still a child. I'm an unsupervised child. Literally, I am like on a supervised child." Many people they have like, "I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this," and I'm like, "Just calm down."
You know, at the beginning of the year, one of my resolutions was specifically to read and record like bedtime stories for my nibblings so that we
Okay.
would be able to get closer. I didn't do even once, but reflecting on it, I see that the reason why I wanted to do that because I felt like I was getting more distant from my nibblings.
Mm,
And this year, I've grown closer to them from FaceTime calls and like just talking to them or sending them videos of
mm,
myself. Even though I didn't achieve the specific goal that I set,
yeah.
I know that like the larger reason for setting that goal was met. So I'm not married to that box that I need to take that, oh, I've done this.
Yeah.
So I've not done it, but in a sense, I've also achieved what I wanted to achieve with it.
I think sometimes people get caught up in the writing down and then making it like actual boxes that they need to tick. So it's like I want to get married, but then before you get married, you have to find love. Before you even find love, you have to go on a date. Before you even go on a date, you have to either work on yourself to the point where you can actually go and entertain a date.
People start at the end.
But people always start at the end. If people are like, oh, I want to get married and I want to buy a car. And I'm like, you want to buy a car, but I mean, like, before then, what? Maybe it's not like the dream car that you want to have. It's like someone having like a vision board and saying that I want to be in a Ferrari. I'm like, my dear, be realistic right now.
What about being delusional?
I mean, Delulu is sometimes a Solulu, but Delulu is not always a Solulu when it comes to New Year resolution. Because I feel like the trap is that in writing it down, it becomes very concrete and it's something that we can actually go back to, and then we get stuck on like I must get this, but in like you always have to start from somewhere. And one of the things that I've really enjoyed this year, and I tell people all the time, is that you should always be ready to pivot. So we all have this very fixed idea of what we want our lives to be like. I wanted to be a pilot, but I spend more time in business class or in my seat looking out the window and realize that if I was a pilot, I'll probably not enjoy it. It's a very high stress, high work thing. But realizing that okay, now I can pivot in something that I actually like and then give it a different shot. But we're all stuck in, oh, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, I want to have this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work for you. Maybe you're not the kind who gets married. Maybe you want to be the rich auntie who just comes around and comes to like play with the children, buy them nice gifts, and then hand them over and then run away to enjoy their life. But it doesn't always have to be like what society or everyone says that you should achieve.
Don't listen to the outside voices more than you listen to your own inner voice.
When you have like conversations with friends and family, everyone is like, oh, you have to do this, you must do this, you must do that. And I'm like, do I really want to go and do a PhD? I don't want to do a PhD. I would rather travel now and chill for a bit and then come back. But then you realize that, okay, fine, the next conversation you have, someone's like, oh, why are you doing this? When are you doing this? When? And
It
I'm like,
feels like pressure all
and
the
it
time.
feels like, and one thing I would say to many people, I mean, I don't know about you, but sometimes it's in getting the people who have these conversations with aware of how these conversations sort of like affect you. So it's like when someone asks, like, when are you doing this? Because I'm like, oh, I'm not ready to do it. And sometimes you have to be a bit more, I wouldn't even say stern, but you have to be intentional about telling the person that, hey, I've thought about this. I don't want to do this now. So I feel like for me, it's sort of like move the conversation down to like, okay, fine. We have ideas of what you want to do, but when you're ready, just let us know. Or if and ever you're ready, just let us know. But wrapping up the new year, wrapping up the old year into the new year, don't stress really. Don't put yourself in that space where you feel like I must achieve this or I have to get this. And one thing that I've actually, funny enough, I've learned this year is that things make us happy briefly. Things are going to make you happy, like a new phone, a new whatever. It's going to make you happy like 5 seconds. Like the joy you get when you drive a new car out of a dealership, it's just like there. After that, it's on the road and it's just like, okay, yes, what? But find an experience, travel somewhere, go see something, do something. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. Sometimes you can just like sit in a bus. I mean, they may probably kidnap you, but
Depending on which bus you are sitting on, in which city, you may not be safe.
depending on which bus you're sitting on and in which city, you may not be safe. I'm not telling you to go and pick a bus in Nigeria. No, I am. I am not saying go and pick a bus in Ikorodu or Oshodi. No, I am telling you that find a place. If you don't have a bus, you find somewhere that you can go to. Go to the village somewhere. Go relax somewhere. Just chill.
It can be as simple as a walk
It
in the
it
morning.
can be as simple as a walk in the morning. Please leave your valuables at home. Accra is not safe. It can be-
Accra is relatively safe. Don't shit on Accra, please. Let's relax on Accra.
please leave your valuables at home. Or you can have like a small MP3 or what do they call this thing? The MP3 thing is.
Yeah, like the iPod.
Like an iPod to keep you going. If you don't have an iPod, don't worry. There's a preacher or someone singing by the road. You can listen to that and keep you going. Our lives are so fast paced that we're always on the go, and then we never really stop to sort of appreciate. You woke up today. It's a very lovely day. Not everyone woke up today. You have friends. You have people who care about you. You have family members who are always there, who are going to call you. And there's the thing: call people and try to meet up with people. It doesn't always have to be the club. Less clubs, more friends. So more experiences, because the club is always going to be there. If you're 50, the club is going to be there. If you're 45, if you're 30, the club is going to be there. But try to like have like moments outside of I mean, like a moment where you are there with people, just like be intentional and just be present with them and just enjoy yourself. But try and go out, my dear. The going out problem is really disturbing because look, I was in London recently and I'm like, how do people live here and not go to spaces like these? But they will travel to Accra to spend equally the same amount of money, but never experience something that is like closest to them.
Well, I guess you could say the same thing for people in Accra who do not go anywhere when they're in Accra, but as soon as they leave, they will. It's just a case of being living somewhere. You
Well,
take it
that's
for
true.
granted.
Because I was like, these are like very nice places. I called my friend, I was like, did you go? She's like, oh no, I never went. I was like, why? But then I read that's true because for me, the main place in Berlin that I probably would never go to
Yeah,
because I am like,
because you live here and it's like, why are you going here?
why are
This
you
is a
going there?
tourist
It's a
trap.
tourist.
But
Well, that's true.
the tourists will go there because I mean, obviously, it is a tourist trap and it will catch them, but it won't catch you because you're a native.
Anyway, you can be a native and also a tourist. At least
A native
a
tourist.
native tourist. You can at least you can also try and go see these places. We are going into 2025. It's going to be a very beautiful year. I feel like it's going to be one of those years where 2024 has been very chaotic and then we are just going to like do like cruise control inside. January is going to hit everyone very hard because look, we are all broke. We spent our money already. My dear, you and I, you have bought the drinks already. We have bought it. We have traveled. We've eaten it already. It's been at the grill. It's from the seafood platter we ordered. It's been eaten.
You don't know what the 1% is feeling right now. The way you're saying we are all broke, when some people have made their most money,
My dear, if you are not broke, please send me money.
please.
Send me money. If you are not broke, please send me money because some of us we have finished spending the money already. We need to keep updating you on content. We need we need to travel. So 2025 is going to be easy. Be easy on yourself. Don't stress, don't rush. If you can get married, please get married. If
Why have you become the people you were just speaking against?
I say if you can, it means that if you cannot, my dear, just
What kind of marriage pressure is this? The year hasn't even
your
begun
mates
yet.
have married. Go and marry.
2024 has not even ended yet. You're already
Oh my
giving
God.
people pressure to marry.
Oh my God,
2025.
that's the African auntie. We are not going to put pressure on ourselves. Just pressurizing ourselves to do whatever. It's not it. So if any auntie comes to worry you, telling us, auntie, please, we can't do that. I mean,
it's easier said than done.
sometimes you have to say it, send it in a voice note. I think one time I did that in a voice note, and since then the
really?
person has never texted me
What
again.
did you use?
Oh, I told them my peace of mind, but in a very nice and way that pleases the Lord, disrespectfully. but yeah, just go easy on yourself. Really, take it easy. Don't stress. If you want to go to the gym, please go to the gym. If you want to, don't let anyone force you into summer body, my dear. It takes a while. Some of us, we are still on the summer body journey. Whatever you want to go and go.
You didn't say which year the summer body would come. Maybe it's summer body 2028.
My dear, it's maybe summer body 2030. Who knows? But until then, everybody's a summer body.
Yes.
So just do that. Just chill, take it easy, and really step into 2025 knowing that you're not going to put pressure on yourself. Whatever you have, if it's a trotro that takes you to work, my dear, it's fine. If it's a bicycle you have, it's fine. Don't let anyone pressurize you. People have a lot and they're not happy. Some people don't have anything and they're happy. Money is nice, but it doesn't solve anyone's problem. I mean, it solves some
My dear, let's be guided. Don't lie to yourself and try to lie on my behalf. Money will solve a lot of my problems right now.
let's be realistic right now. Money is, do you know something? I feel like most of the problems we are going through, if people give us money, it would go away.
Yeah, I mean, new problems will come. Of course, money will not solve all your problems, but it does solve some of them.
It will solve most of
Let's
it.
not lie.
It was, I mean, it was solve most of the problems. So please, if you are listening and then you've been touched by the Lord to do the right thing, maybe you have some money you don't want to do.
Send it to my 054 221.
Let the person go send money to a wrong number. This was supposed to be something very short. Hopefully, we have encouraged you to look positively into the new year. If we have not, please, you can stay tuned for next week. But the plan is to keep going and to be here to have a chat with you if you want to talk about something, and maybe hopefully invite you, whoever you are, to come and share your mind, share your thoughts. Anyway, it was lovely talking to you again. I am Jason, and this is
And I'm Rashid.
nice to meet you, and we'll see you later. Bye. Oh my God.
It won't stop.